morning, Morai v'Rabotai. Hayom Shemona Yamim LaOmer Shem Shavua Echad v'Yom Echad. B'ezras Hashem Mincha is going to be 7:30. Please be on time. We're continuing in the halachot of Amira Legoy, and we were in the middle of the discussion of Schar Shabbat. What is a person allowed to benefit from work of Shabbat? Is he allowed to get paid for it? So we mentioned the concept called havla'ah. A good example is a person who owns a hotel, and people rent out the rooms, and sometimes they rent out the room just for Shabbat, just for Saturday. Is that a problem of getting paid for the hotel room that is being used, that's being rented for that Shabbat? So on number one, if it's being rented for, say, example, from 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock, midnight to midnight, just say as an example, then it wouldn't be an issue of Schar Shabbat. Why? Because you have part of that rental is also including Motzei Shabbat, or including Friday afternoon, and therefore it's called Schar Shabbat behavla'ah. But let's even say that you don't have a circumstance like that. For example, where it's 3 days, you have Shabbat and then Yom Tov. Or as an example, he just rents for the Shabbat itself, and it only includes the Shabbat, and there is no Friday, there is no Motzei Shabbat. It's only for the Shabbat he's renting the place. So would that be permitted to get paid for that rental? And the halakha is very interesting. There's another form of havla'ah, very important to understand, havla'ah that is based on compensation. Meaning, a person that uses a hotel room, there are certain amounts of things that he uses, let's say, for example, the water that he uses, or other elements of the room, the cleaning that needs to be done, that aren't payment, they're compensation. It's like similar to a person who was to use a car. He has to pay for the gas. It's not the payment for the car, it's the compensation for the gas that you used. That's not schar, that's not reward, that's not a job, that's compensating for what you deprive the person. And then, once that, anyways, even on Shabbat, a person who uses his friend's item, he certainly would have to pay, and it's not called Schar Shabbat, everybody would agree to. So that once that's true, so then it's called Schar Shabbat be'avla on the rest of the payment. So once there is a payment that's necessary because of the water that was used, electricity, etc., etc., so now he's even able to pay for the service as well of using the room itself. And that's called Schar Shabbat behavla'ah as well. And so on and so forth. There's actually probably a lot of cases that might fall under that category, that a person would be able to collect payment because part of it at least is in the category of compensation, which would be permitted to take even on Shabbat, and certainly, meaning for work that was done on Shabbat, and certainly it would be permitted to include it behavla'ah. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.